I mean, of course I'm the baddest.
Have you ever wanted to live the life of a rock star's girlfriend? The late night drives from venue to venue, the summer-long tours, the cute stage cameos, and the crazy love affair that fuels your 20-somethings? Well, you're in luck, because there is an entire aesthetic dedicated to it and it's more accessible than ever. From the bedhead to the skin-tight dresses, here's an aesthetic analysis for the Rockstar's Girl. This aesthetic has exploded all over social media, but most especially on TikTok. From clothing hauls to makeup tutorials, you can find the entire layout of this style from head to toe. So, what's the appeal? Outside of the very intense makeout sessions and glitter eyeshadow, here's a short list of reasons why someone may want to get into this aesthetic. It's a very edgy aesthetic. It appeals to Delulu fans and stans, very niche, easy to recreate, makes having vices look cool and sexy, and emphasizes being young, wild, and free. Up next, the trendsetters. Pamela Anderson. Not only is she a classic representation of this aesthetic, but her image as a whole has been an iconic pop culture reference. Her bombshell blonde hair, her thin eyebrows, her piercing blue eyes, and killer style. And of course, we can't forget the body. Pamela Anderson, who's a Canadian American, was first discovered at a sports game after being plastered on the Jumbotron. Soon after this moment, she was called up by Playboy, and the rest is history. Or her story. Seriously, watch an interview of her. She's just as brilliant as she is breathtaking. Her relationship with Tommy Lee from the rock band Motley Crue was as hot as a match and just as short-lived. They were only together for 3 years, which kind of surprised me considering how talked about their relationship is till this day. Their relationship spawned 2 children, Brandon and Dylan Lee. Her relationship with Tommy also spawned an infamous sex tape that was one of the first to break the internet. Because what's pop culture without female exploitation? Truly a multi-generational hot girl, she still takes our breath away with her always recognizable beach blonde hair and gorgeous smile. Moving back up the timeline, up next is Devon Lee Carlson and Jesse Rutherford. Devon is on the girly side of this aesthetic as she's literally walking sunshine. Think Manic Pixie Dream Girl meets Rockstar's girlfriend. Jesse is the lead singer for the band The Neighborhood and now the ex of Devon, and he's your typical tattooed bad boy. And who doesn't like the golden retriever girlfriend with Doberman boyfriend combo? They were together for 6 years, so this recent breakup in 2021 was a shocker to those who followed their relationship. After doing all the cute things like being featured in magazines together, sharing friend groups, and even writing love songs about her, we can all agree this relationship was one to remember. Outside of the relationship, Devon is accomplished in her own right. She's a successful YouTuber, Victoria's Secret model, and a business owner. And that is just as beautiful as she is. Have you guys noticed a trend about this trend? Oh yeah, right. Let's change that. After noticing this trend, I wanted to bring a breath of fresh perspective to this aesthetic. Jatavia Johnson, also known as JT from City Girls, is the hood fabulous Rockstar's girlfriend most wouldn't expect. But upon research and lots of scrolling, I came to realize how much she fit the criteria. 1. Date a rock star who's covered in tattoos. Check. 2. Party with reckless abandon. Check. 3. Be super cute with her own fan base. Check. 4. Have an edgy, sexy, and fun sense of style. Check. JT and Uzi have been a couple since 2019, and they've been inseparable ever since. And while JT may be his girlfriend, she's trademarked as a certified city girl. See, you can be a city girl and a lover girl. JT is one half of the duo that makes up City Girls. Her group mate is Carisha Brownlee, also known as Young Miami. Both are southern hotties with endless style, bangers, and a face fit for the gods. JT is talented, adorable, and fits into this aesthetic perfectly. After all, there's no wrong way to be a rock star's girlfriend. And now, for my favorite part. Arguably the best part of this entire video, getting into character, if you will. Some of the most important items you can have if you want to incorporate more of this aesthetic is silver hardware, fur and animal print, exposed underwear if you're comfortable enough, pointed heels, mini skirts, and anything vintage and thrifted designer. Think Robert Cavalli. Dior. D squared. Versace. Thrifting online and buying secondhand is your best friend. Not only will this make your closet unique, but you'll score extra hot points for being conscious about what you buy. Win-win. Next, the hair. There's a variety of styles you can have in this aesthetic. Long or short, braids or bundles, bangs and blowouts. It's completely up to your own preference. However, there are a list of things you want to consider when choosing a style. Messy or bedhead is a popular hairstyle for this aesthetic. Now you can take this literally or not, but the ultimate goal is to exude a carefree and cool vibe. Remember, the rockstar's girl is naturally hot and doesn't have to try hard. Hair color also differs, and while natural hair colors are typical, adding streaks of color is quintessential punk rock behavior. Interesting haircuts are also a huge part of the rock aesthetic, such as a shaved side or a mullet. It all comes back to what fits you best, or whether you want to look more like the rock star themselves. Now, the makeup. Again, I want to emphasize an aura of natural, carefree, and cool vibes. Of course, that doesn't mean you can't ever put in lots of effort into a look. To clarify more, here's a list of looks you can do. Messy eyeshadow. Think Kate Moss or Rihanna in her dark era. Last night's makeup is the vibe. Black eyeliner and black shadow is your best bet. Another look is just a no makeup look. A little glowy and simple. Brows can either be plucked thin for a more intense and sexier vibe, or a natural bushy brow. And finally, lip liner. A lip liner shade slightly darker than your natural lips and some gloss is just enough. And if you're not an extended lash kind of person, quality mascara can carry the look just as well. To finish up this aesthetic, let's take a look at the essence of what makes a rock star's girlfriend so appealing. The parties, the flirtatious energy, the traveling, the music, and the fashion all fuel this aesthetic. Being a rock star is one of the wildest and exciting ways of living one can have. However, it's also one of the most toxic. Substance abuse, poor relationship management, and lack of stability are all negative markers of this aesthetic as well, so please tread lightly. Don't let your desire to fulfill this aesthetic let you begin or continue bad habits that are harmful to your well-being. No aesthetic is worth that. Okay, PSA over. Being fantasized about for simply being someone's hot girlfriend is a top-tier way to create a cool and interesting life for yourself. Perhaps even enough to find your own rock star to sweep you off your feet. Rock out, make out, and hang out however much your little alternative heart desires. Adopting this aesthetic will amplify all of the inner hotness you already possess. Thanks for tuning in. Bye!